Hello, I'm Theo Gilbert-Jamison, and in this segment, I'm answering our top 6 most frequently asked questions about team huddles. So let's start with question number 1. People typically ask, what are team huddles? Well, it's a 5 to 10 minute pre-shift department meeting attended by all staff to communicate important information before the start of the shift. Question 2. What is the purpose of team huddles? Well, again, it's to ensure effective communication, briefly cover departmental issues or company-wide information that everyone needs to be aware of, to reinforce the company's service philosophy, and to provide employee recognition of birthdays, service anniversaries, and recognition for consistently demonstrating exemplary service. Question 3. What should not be covered in team huddles? That's a great question. Well, we should never use huddles to discipline an employee. This should always be done in private. And we shouldn't be covering extended topics that will take more than a few minutes to share or discuss. Those type of topics should be saved for your monthly departmental meetings. Question number 4, should team huddles be mandatory? You know I'm going to say yes, everyone should attend. That's why it's important to limit the time frame to 5 to 10 minutes so there's no disruption of departmental operations. And if needed, always assign one person from the department to answer incoming telephone calls and to handle pressing customer issues. Also, be sure to select a specific location and time for departmental huddles so there's no confusion on where to go or what time it starts. And question 5, where should we hold our team huddles? Well, I recommend a work area that is easily accessible to all team members that doesn't interrupt the flow of business. And I highly recommend that everyone stand up to ensure that huddles do not extend beyond 10 to 15 minutes. Why? Because when people sit down, huddles tend to go 15, 20 minutes or maybe even longer. Keep in mind, if your team huddles consistently exceed 15 minutes per day, it's time to schedule a departmental meeting where you can allocate more time to cover specific issues in detail. And finally, question number 6, how do you keep team huddles lively and engaging? Well, you do so by planning your topic in advance each day, engaging employees by asking questions to foster interaction, and by eventually rotating that facilitator role so employees get the experience of a variety of facilitation skills. So there you have it, answers to our most frequently asked questions about team huddles. And don't forget, if you are in search of a resource tool to help guide you toward facilitating more meaningful huddles, there's always our Daily Team Huddle Facilitator Resource Guide. And if that's something you might be interested in, simply contact us today to learn more and to order your copy. As always, it would be our pleasure to assist you. Do you want to implement daily team huddles but feel you won't have enough interesting information to keep the team engaged? Or does your team already have huddles but there's never enough time to find or create interesting topics to cover? Well, if the answer is yes, let me tell you about our new Daily Team Huddle Facilitator Resource Guide. Well, the Daily Huddle Resource Guide is an organizational and leadership tool comprised of an expansive library of pre-written daily topics that can be customized or can be used as is. And not only is it great for pre-shift meetings and daily team huddles, but it's also great for enhancing monthly departmental meetings or as part of your new employee training. And here are 5 additional reasons why you should consider purchasing this guide. 1, the Daily Team Huddle Facilitator Resource Guide is designed to help leaders like you align their team by consistently communicating what is expected in driving excellence. 2, it will help you motivate and inspire your team towards a higher level of service. 3, it's designed to engage and reconnect employees with a sense of purpose in their work. 4, it will help you foster an environment of teamwork and collaboration. And finally, 5, it will enhance your ability to consistently recognize employees who regularly go above and beyond to exceed customer expectations. Again, there's at least 20 weeks or 140 consecutive days of pre-written topics that can be covered in a matter of minutes, also allowing for wow stories to be regularly shared among your team. And topics include a host of tips and best practices for starting team huddles, creating wow customer experiences, enhancing customer loyalty, effective service recovery, fostering an environment of empowerment, and much more. And as we close, what's also special about this resource tool is that all of the topics reinforce the importance of accountability in elevating the customer experience. And now, for a limited time only, if you purchase the Daily Team Huddle Resource Guide, you'll also gain exclusive access to our private, expansive online library of companion microlearning videos, which extends far beyond what we currently have uploaded on our YouTube channel. So if you are interested, contact us today to learn more and to order your Daily Team Huddle Resource Guide. It would be our pleasure to assist you. Hello, I'm Theo Gilbert-Jamison, and in this segment, I'm sharing my top 10 tips for facilitating meaningful, engaging team huddles. So let's start with tip number 1, which is to always be prepared with your daily huddle information prior to facilitating the meeting. Don't wing it. Tip number 2, begin on time and end on time. Try to limit huddles to 10 minutes, no more than 15 minutes. Keep it brief. Tip number 3, if possible, have everyone stand up. As I've mentioned in previous videos, this helps keep the meeting brief. However, if someone has to sit, of course, please provide a chair. Tip 4, be creative. When possible, prompt employee participation by asking questions or using role play or other activities to make huddles interactive, fun, yet informative. Tip number 5, eventually consider rotating the facilitator's role within your team so leaders are not always responsible for delivery, and openly reward employees who eagerly volunteer to assist. Tip number 6, this can't be reinforced enough. Do not use huddles as an opportunity to openly reprimand individuals. That should be done in private. Tip 7, periodically review complimentary letters from customers. Openly recognize employees for their dedication to service. That's all about recognition. Tip 8 is to make sure huddles are an event that people look forward to coming to every day, so keep it light and fun. Tip 9 is to use huddles as an opportunity to recognize employee birthdays, service anniversaries, and other significant achievements, including personal and professional achievements. And finally, tip number 10, ta-da! Be sure to present with good communication skills, which includes an enthusiastic voice tone, proper eye contact, simple vocabulary, and using two-way communication. In closing, remember, the purpose of huddles is to align your team, communicate what is expected each day, and to motivate and inspire your team to achieve higher levels of service. Hello, I'm Theo Gilbert-Jamison, and if you're considering implementing daily team huddles, or if you'd like to relaunch your program, in this final segment I'm sharing a simple yet concise action plan to ensure success. As with anything, a successful launch and sustainability of the program takes planning. So here's what you should do before, during, and after implementation. So let's start with 30 days before implementation. I recommend you read the Daily Team Huddle Facilitator Resource Guide, at least Section 1, for a clear understanding of the process and its purpose. Then have brief meetings with your leadership team, if implementing company-wide, and of course with your team, to gain buy-in and valuable feedback. Be sure to share the benefits of team huddles, which include more effective communication, alignment, and to recognize behavior that is consistent with your expectations. Next, select the calendar of topics for at least the first month. That's 4 weeks to ensure continuity of message. And of course, determine the time, location, and frequency, whether daily or weekly, of your team huddles. Next, let's look at what you should do once huddles have been launched. Well, when facilitating team huddles, of course, always prepare in advance, reading the information that you are expected to cover. Do not wing it, as doing so will make you look unprepared and you run the risk of your message not being as concise. Always facilitate huddles with enthusiasm, being aware of your body language. And if participants look bored, increase your energy level, add humor, and ask questions to engage them. Most of all, be brief, don't exceed the 10 to 15 minute allotted time. And 30 days after you have launched team huddles, ask for additional information on how to make huddles better. Incorporate more employee recognition. Of course, by now you should have a number of wow stories or great examples of employees who consistently exemplify what is expected. Also teach your supervisors and departmental trainers how to facilitate team huddles so you can rotate the responsibility. And most of all, sincerely thank your team for their active participation and engagement in team huddles. So there you have it. Everything that you need to know to implement or enhance your team huddles. And remember, our daily team huddle facilitator guide is a wonderful resource that is designed to equip you with the skill, knowledge, and confidence to facilitate interesting, engaging, and meaningful team huddles. Thanks for viewing this series and have a wonderful day.